I just got to my campsite for the weekend and I realized I've never really done a tour of the tent, so that's what we're doing today. So I have the Desert Armor, you can see it up there, Warrior tent, and honestly I love it. I've been living in it for 11 months at this point and no issues, really enjoy it, so let's check it out. Also, sorry I'm looking at myself instead of at the camera. This feels incredibly awkward. This is where I'm gonna look, so just pretend it doesn't matter. So opening it is pretty simple. There are 2 latches and 2 Velcro straps, and we just unlatch this bad boy. This is very hard when I can't see what I'm doing. So we just unlatch it, and then it is hooked underneath. This loop hooks over that. Unlatch the other side. Oh, this is hard to do with one hand. Okay, both of the locks are undone. Then we just undo the Velcro straps. And now we're gonna push it open. So I'm not super short, but I'm like 5'3", and pushing this up on its own doesn't really give me enough momentum. So I step inside the door frame and push it up from here. And then once you get it going, it pushes itself. Make sure this stuff isn't tangled. And now we're halfway there. Next step is the ladder, so I make sure those straps are out of the way, and I'm gonna just pull this over the edge here so I can reach it, close the door and get that out of my way. And then I pull this guy out. And as I pull it down, I'm gonna start to bend it. Grab up here. Those are Velcroed, it's fine. They'll come undone in a second. And then I stretch the ladder out as far as it goes. Make sure you pull it out all the way because that makes sure that they are latched into place. And then I'm gonna make sure these are undone. See how it's kind of lifted there? It's because the ladder is out at this angle, propping it up. So now I can adjust the ladder, make it shorter so that will lie flat. I won't really be able to do this part with one hand, but you start at the top and you're gonna push in both sides of these at the same time and then lift up, and that will open up the latch, slide it inside itself, and then it will click into place when you get it to the end. All right, you can see I've pushed up a few rungs there. These are not even quite latched. And you can see now that the tent is lying flat, and you want it to be out at an angle. You're gonna be climbing up this, so you want it to be comfortable. Ideally, I'd like it at a little bit wider of an angle, but because I'm kind of on a hill, this is the angle that it gets me, which is fine. I can climb that. And here we are so far. Okay, so here we are now. I've got the 2 little awning arms in, holding that open, and I just washed all of my bedding and everything. It's in the car, so what I'm gonna do is actually pull the whole mattress out, give it a good shake. I live with my dog, and dogs are dirty. She does sleep in her own little bed in the corner, but getting her in and out does bring dirt into the tent. So I'm gonna pull out the whole mattress, give it a good shake out, and then make my bed. All right, while I have it out, here you can see it. See all that brown stuff? That's sand and dirt from having a dog in a tent. So I pull the whole mattress and everything out maybe every 2 weeks, and that's how dirty it gets with a dog. But it's easy to clean, and I put a couple layers over between me and the mattress, so not a huge deal. You can see where the fold is, where the tent folds in half, and you can see the thickness of the mattress here. So now I'm going to shake this off and beat it a little bit and then put it back in. All right, the mattress is back in the tent. You can see underneath there's this mesh layer that also velcros, comes out, you can clean it. That helps prevent condensation. And then the mattress does have velcro in the corners, so you can stick it in there, velcro it down, and it's not going to move anywhere. Okay, so the tent is basically set up now. This is the maybe interesting part, I don't know. Okay, so first, over in this corner, this is where we put our head by the shell, is Sheila's bed. She sleeps in her dog bed. She's got pile blankets. She's good. I sleep on this side. I've got 2 pillows and a squishmallow. If you don't camp with a squishmallow, what are you even doing? That thing is amazing for sleeping on like a pillow. If it's raining and I want to work inside the tent, I can use it as a backrest to kind of prop myself up. Love it. Now, for my bedding, I have, so there is the sheet, then I put down this fleece. It's dark, you can't really see in here. Here, hold on. Hey, there we go. All right, so I've got the sheet. Then I put down this fleece bag liner that I've unzipped and just laid out. I don't like to lay on the bare sheet, especially when it's chilly. The fleece feels nice. Then I have my quilt. This is from Voided. I really love it. This is kind of a source of contention among me and my sister and my brother-in-law. They have Enlightened Equipment quilts that are made for very cold weather, which they love, and they keep telling me I need to get one, but I need to have pressure on my body when I'm sleeping, and the lightweight quilt just doesn't cut it. So I do this quilt, which is not rated to as cold a temperature, so then I have just this cheapy fleece on top of it. Nothing special. I have an electric heater blanket that's usually not plugged in. It's not plugged in now, but I do have it just in case, and I bring my Jackery up here at night, and if I need to warm up the toesies or something, I have that. And then I also have an additional blanket in the car, and then once it gets colder, I might bring another blanket out of storage. All right, for the tent itself, I'm like, now I'm hot and sweaty from setting this up. There is a window up here on the roof, and then the little awning on the outside also has a clear plastic layer on top of here, so I can open this in the rain and water doesn't come in. Then I have a window on this side with a little awning, a zipper window, the doorway, and then another window over here. In this corner I have a bag hanging. There is another bag over here, but I roll it up because I don't like it in my way. Got my elephants, and then my pom-poms to make it decorative. And then on each side here is a little vent to let air in. And then you see this zipper that goes along here. You can get an insulated liner that zips in to make this better for cold weather, and I'm planning on getting that because I want to do some snow camping this year. So also there is a line of LED lights in here. I can plug it into the Jackery and have plenty of light inside the tent. The tent also came with a shoe bag that you can see this little flap here to cover the ladder. It slides into place up here, and I can hang right there and put my shoes in it if it's, you know, dirty, muddy, or whatever. I don't normally use that because I get in and out of my car a lot at this door, and it kind of gets in my way. But if it is going to rain or if it's already muddy, I do put it up and put my shoes there. And that's the tent. A little bit more about this tent. Again, this is the Desert Armor Warrior. The bed is about a queen size. It's a little bit narrower than a queen, a couple inches. And then I just put a full size fitted sheet on it, and that fits great. It is obviously not like an exact rectangle, so it's a little bit bulky and weird in a couple spots. You just kind of tuck it into the sides. Works great. So for me and my 30-pound dog, it's plenty of room. I can put both of us up there. I can bring the Jackery up there if I need power. I can work up there. I can sit up entirely. Again, I'm not super tall. I'm like 5'3", but I do have plenty of room to sit in there comfortably if I need to work or just hang out in there. Hi Sheila. As far as quality, I haven't had really any issues with it. The only thing she wants dinner. The only thing is that the zipper for the door, the mesh part, sometimes it will lose its teeth, like it loses the threading, I guess, of the zipper. Not entirely. You know when you zip it and it gaps a little bit and then you can zip backwards and open it again and then do it again? That does happen occasionally. I have found that if you clamp the zipper part of it, you know, it gets loose with wear, clamp it down a little bit and then it grabs the teeth tight and it's not a problem anymore. But considering I've been living in this for almost a year and I'm zipping it multiple times a day, every single day, it's held up beautifully. My only other concern is because it's out all the time. You know, most people don't live in their tent. They're using it occasionally for camping. My only other concern is that like the awning of it and the outside of it is going to get sun damaged eventually, which I would expect from any tent eventually. You know, sun damages things. But so far, there's a little fading, but no damage or anything like that to speak of. So I love my tent. I love Desert Armor. I went to their warehouse in the valley. They are local to Arizona, which I liked. I met them at the Overland Expo when I was looking at tents. Went with theirs. The customer service has been really great. They've always been really communicative and helpful. And then when I went out to their warehouse, they installed it for me for free, which was awesome. I also bought it during a sale. I don't remember what kind of sale it was, but I got the tent and then I got the awning for free. So I do have a big awning that zips to this outer part and then comes out for some shade. I don't use it that much because I'm usually in the forest with plenty of shade, but I am going back down to the desert here in the next few weeks and I will be using it a lot then because I'm going to need some shade. So love my tent. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm happy to talk about it. I tell everybody about it. I really do truly love it, especially because I'm by myself. And again, I'm kind of short. That was a concern of mine. Like, am I going to be able to close this by myself? And yeah, closing it, totally fine. I do have to climb on my car a little bit at the end, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, so if you have any questions about the Desert Armor Warrior tent, let me know.